Hello, hello. So, funny thing, I know it's been a while. Let's not even get into it. It has been a long time, yes. I'm back because, oddly enough, I was streaming on Twitch and something happened. I don't know what or why, but I got randomly disconnected in the middle of my stream. And usually, if I get disconnected from a stream, it is simply because the internet disconnected, right? So, I very much expected that the internet was disconnected, and lo and behold, it was not. I'm still connected on my both of my devices. Restarted my computer. I tried the phone Twitch app and the app, the website on the phone. None of it's working for me right now. I don't know why. This has never happened. Twitch Studio Beta won't open, and like I can't open the app on the phone either. So instead, I was like, all right, God wants this stream on other platforms, I guess. And I figured, I don't know that. Hello, thanks for joining me. I don't think that anybody on Twitch would really know to check Instagram or YouTube, and I can't communicate to them to come watch. But I'm on YouTube and Instagram right now. So, hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. One reading, two streamings, all dreaming. Yes, it's that kind of night. Probably going to be a little more focused over here because honestly, you're the only person tuned in on two different apps. I'm not even sad about it anymore. I was doing great on Twitch. You know what I mean? I'm very happy on Twitch. The reason that I don't stream over here anymore is because Twitch is going great. There's very strange, unexplained glitch in Twitch right now. And as a glitch witch, I know when a glitch is good and when a glitch is gone, and we're gone. So here we are. Anyway, without further ado, we kind of had like a thing planned on Twitch for tonight, and I guess I'm just gonna pick it up here. I guess this is just like what the people needed was for me to be able to do this. I'm telling you, I cannot even load the Twitch website, let alone Twitch Studio Beta, let alone the Twitch app. You get what I'm saying? It's like my Twitch account. It's like as if somebody froze my Twitch. And it's just like maybe I got trolled. Maybe somebody's got, like, I don't even mean to sound paranoid about that either. It's just like it is a quite an inexplicable moment that I've never experienced before. Why is twitch.tv not working? It's not just, yeah. Is it not? Like, am I tripping or is that fucking weird? Isn't it? So fucking bizarre. So here we are. Yeah, let's do the reading. It's just you and me, buddy. Don't feel obligated to stay, by the way. I will not feel bad. There is VODs for a reason, right? Listen, nobody ever really tuned in on my YouTube lives, but like literally, I don't think anybody on my Instagram is awake at this time of night, except for you and I. um, anyways, I'm just gonna keep trying to open Twitch while I'm doing this too. So that's the thing. I was streaming for the past like 2-3 hours, and probably 2 hours, and I had just gotten into the tarot, just got rated, shuffled out cards. They were like, poof, poof, poof. It was so cool. If you watch the replay, it was like a very cool stream, and there was just disruption in the connection. As soon as I picked up a card to read it, it just got disconnected. And that's why I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know, still can't even open the fucking browser, let alone the software that I stream from. This is kind of crazy. So I guess this message needed to be on these other platforms today. So what this is right now is, like I said, there's already a spread out, and usually I like to shuffle like in the moment so we can get the current energy in the room or whatever is guided for you, right? But it's predetermined. It was from Twitch. It's so weird. So the cards are already all laid out. We are using the pink oracle, or I'm sorry, the pink deck, And I use the pink deck exclusively for romantic relationships or soulmate connections. And soulmate connections don't have to be romantic, but your romantic relationships will fall into this category, right? So to pair with this deck, I am also, well, I just lost a big chunk of my time trying to figure this Twitch stuff out and restarting everything. So we'll see how far I get in these readings. But I was going to pair this deck with the Demon Oracle, which was my first choice in deck because it's the only deck of mine I haven't used lately. Um, so that's going to be insight to karmic relationships, which will sometimes be your exes, or if you're in a relationship you're trying to leave, or something long distance, or something, with the point of adversity, your current relationship might fall in that category, but chances are, or the hopes with the karmic is that the relationship changes or you end it, right? So your karmics can also be platonic, or how would you say platonic, but your enemies, right? So like coworkers you despise could be karmic relationships, right? Just like soulmates could be cousins and stuff. And then the third deck to go with the love set is the mystery deck. And this is the deck that I have reserved for channel messages with gods, goddesses, guides, and galactics. But this, like, it's very silly. And it happened on an Instagram stream about a little over a year ago. It was Valentine's Day, I think, when I first got the intuitive message that the mystery deck was meant to be for twin flame readings. And when I inquired about it, they said because it's an extraterrestrial connection. So, like, why wouldn't it be the deck that you have deemed for galactics? And I said, God damn it, good point. Even if you're talking cosmic divinity, you'd be talking gods and goddesses, right? That's crazy. Okay, so like, what do you do? Argue with them? Hell no. I learned not to do that a long time ago. So we do twin flame readings too. Those are going to be the farthest off between. Not everybody's going to have one. Not everybody's going to see it for what it is. Um, not trying to put anyone on blast, but like certain relationships that are called twin flame connections probably are not. Yeah. And then some that are more understated maybe are. Yes. So that was the plan, the three decks to use tonight, but we'll just try to get through this one and see how it goes. And once more, gonna keep trying to connect to Twitch to the best that I can. Although just wild that I'm streaming and connected, just not able to use Twitch right now. But I've confirmed that Twitch isn't even down. That's just so wild to me. I cannot even open the browser. I'm gonna stop tripping about it, honestly. But it is just kind of a mind-boggling moment. So anyway, like I said, no need to shuffle. We're already on the go. Oh. Am I supposed to show off my art? So a while ago I had a little poll or questions on my Instagram story, and I wanted some inspiration for a painting. And I got it was oddly all very akin to one another. So I'm working on this. It just moved right now. So I was like, oh, should I show you this painting that I'm working on? It's just this moon castle with Grace Jones and portals and stuff. It's very much in progress. I would like to work on it soon, but nothing's really coming to me about how to move with it at this point. The skeleton is just also tripping. What's up with you, dude? Dancing skeleton? That's very Grateful Dead stuff, isn't it? What happened with the skeleton? I must have really moved him. Interesting. I wonder if this is like a Jerry Garcia moment. That would be so fun if it was. All right. Powerful stuff. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the world. I split it and we got the hermit. So Virgo energy and the world is everything. Gotta love it. This is the bottom of the deck, and this is what I split it was the hermit. So the hermit's also not just Virgo, but looking within and remembering that you can rely on the self and that you are independent and that you do have the answers and you can trust looking within. And there's no reason, this Nine of Swords, that these things should be keeping you up at night when they can be easily fixed. Six of Wands coming in with some sort of expression because we see this forward motion, the man on his horse. I don't know what that's about, y'all. Listen, if you're watching this and you're fiddling around with your nose, you better stop. You got a lot of stuff going on in there. Gonna damage it. Um, Six of Wands coming in with something, and that something is not a pentacle, so it's not money or a job offer. It's not a cup, so it's not replenishment or perspective or to change your mind or be family, right? And it's not a sword, so it's not someone to come challenge you or cut you off or interfere with you, right? It's wands. It's an expression of emotion. It's a joyous occasion, happy feelings, coming in to celebrate and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, right? So make peace with this unknown of what that really means or entails for you, right? It's peace, yet she is blindfolded, although she trusts that the world will be still around her, you know? She's got her swords poised, but she wouldn't be able to see anything coming, and yet she makes no motion, no commotion. But that Knight of Wands sure is trotting in, y'all. Sure is trotting in, okay? Could be a fire sign, but again, it feels really expressive. It feels really expressive. Six of Discs. Got lots of mouths to feed, but can't focus on a damn thing. That's how that would be, right? The Devil's here, Capricorn. Could be lacking some self-control, possessive behaviors, vices in general. So this might be time to reflect on maybe why you are or do the things that you do a little bit. Working on those things. No, sorry. Just stay tuned in. It's a love reading. Just sorry, I'm streaming on 2 platforms. I don't really do personal readings anyway, but there is only one other person watching, so it's personal. You'll get all your answers, I promise. So cutting back on your vices or recognizing that the person you're dealing with might have vices or are simply a Capricorn, which probably feels the same way, right? Who cares if they're addicted to anything? They're a Capricorn. Naturally, it's going to feel like, I'm kind of just kidding. They didn't stay, by the way. Isn't that funny? It's okay. Yeah, so the devil is there. But the Wheel of Fortune is right behind it. So it could be a Capricorn coming in to kind of change things, working in your favor, or it could be someone with an addiction, right, who is genuinely changing the way that they live, right? Getting control over those vices and being able to handle things and yeah, right? That Wheel of Fortune is turning. But remember, the wheel can turn either way. The wheel can definitely turn either way. So if you've been up and up and up, you better expect that roller coaster to come down eventually, right? Everybody's got their seasons, just like everybody's got their reasons. So let the wheel keep turning, but just know that it's never going to stop, okay? So you may rise to the top and still get back to the bottom, but just know that if you're currently at the bottom, you also may ascend to the top. Otherwise, you simply not moving the wheel enough. You're not running along, right? That's the beauty of the Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. You just got to keep it rolling. Hello. 8 of Cups. Walk away from whatever does not fulfill you, okay? Whatever kind of drains you, leaves you feeling empty, leaves you feeling blue. Yeah. Right? It's general, by the way, if you're just popping in, but I'm just getting started. There's lots of cards on the table. And there's not very many people watching. Hey, everybody who is. I'm on Instagram and YouTube right now. That's why I keep doing weird Vanna White shit. We love Vanna, though. It's not shit. She's a gem. I just dropped a card. Don't know what it was. Gonna leave it there. Holding the King of Cups, though. So something tells me that it's a Pisces. Something about Pisces. It could be Pisces. Pisces season. But King of Cups, okay, is going to be water, is going to be the masculine, but also is going to be very much a father figure, paternal energy, because the Cups family very much represents actual family among the tarot, right? You see the Prince of Cups, you might expect a son. You see the Princess of Cups, you probably already have a daughter. The Queen of Cups would represent the mother. This would represent the father. So it's definitely a nurturing energy, a very compassionate energy. while still being masculine. So the balance of the two. But something about I think it's Pisces season. Like something happened like in Pisces season, and that's maybe what this is referring to. If you're not actually dealing with a water sign, because there's something like it's Pisces. Pisces comes up, but I don't know that it's an actual Pisces. So I'm thinking Pisces season, right? And it's funny to refer back. Pisces is the end of the year, whereas Aries is the beginning of the year. And we have okay, we have um, Lent, Easter time around that time as well. So this year we were talking about taking breaks and cleanses, and I gave up alcohol for the month of Pisces season, right? And I explained during the streams during that time when I was doing my sobriety, Cali sober, baby. I'm always gonna be smoking weed pretty much. That's my medicinal salvation, you know. Jesus smoked too, so get off me, dude. Um 3 of discs. Go ahead and talk about me, baby. I don't give a fuck. That's just how I'm always gonna feel. All right. So I gave up alcohol and I explained, like, okay, imagine that there was a bottle of wine. It's the end of the year, Pisces season, end of the calendar year, end of the 2022 zodiac cycle, coming into the 2023 zodiac cycle with Aries season, which started a couple weeks ago, got a couple days left, right? And think of it like this: like, gives you a bottle of wine. They're like, hey, this is for to celebrate the new year with, okay? Like, try not to drink it because it's going to taste so much better if you don't, right? So it's like, all right, I'm going to leave this bottle sealed until I'm ready to crack it open March 21st, day of Aries season. So you just leave it sealed. All right. I took like a sip of sake to cheers somebody at one point during that whole time. So I basically got a little condensation off the bottle. Okay, a little taste. No problem. Maybe you had one drink. Well, you cracked it open, but you still got enough to celebrate with. Maybe you had 2 drinks out of it. Okay, well, now you can probably taste the aeration, but there's still a little bit left, so it's not even that big of a deal. Okay, well, now maybe you saved yourself a drink for New Year's Day, but it ain't gonna taste the same. And maybe, oops, couldn't make it. Ended up drinking the whole bottle. Not starting your year off right, are you? You know, that was kind of the metaphor that we were using at the time, and why we were seeking that break and seeking that abstinence was to make the year even better, brighter, you know, being more in tune, having stronger resolve, being willing to sacrifice and give things up, rebuild the tolerance, what have you know, whatever your reason is. But it's a good time to do it because it is that transition between seasons, between the calendar years, between zodiac cycles. I also see the Page of Cups at the top of this stack, which is a pretty big stack. I might read these, I might not. There's still a lot of cards on the table, and I was gonna do 2 other decks, but we'll see if I even get to them, to be honest. I feel like what I'm holding is more important. So that Page of Cups is very much telling me the King of Cups made many sacrifices during that time and put in the effort and did the work and closed out cycles. But the Page of Cups probably fucking didn't. Probably had one little drink left for Aries season and said, hey, you want this? No, nobody wants that. Thank you so much, though. Yeah, no, nobody wants that. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, so a decision has to be made. The Lovers, Gemini, right here. Could be about a relationship, could be a relationship coming in or already existing, but maybe the decision is within that, or it's just that you're dealing with a Gemini. The Lovers, right? I have Justice here, Libra. You could be bringing justice to a situation, but you also might be dealing with a Libra or a Libra, or something happens during Libra season, happened during Libra season. I don't get the sense of reflection with this card like I did with the King of Cups. That feels like either a Libra or actual justice being served up. Okay, we got 2 face down cards with Judgment right behind it. What is keeping us from this judgment? Here's the thing, I'm pro judging people. Not only am I naturally a hater, mostly due to the PMDD, but I also do believe that Judging or being able to make judgment calls for yourself helps establish boundaries. Okay, so like it's one thing to just willy-nilly not like something just for the sake of not liking it, but it's another thing to be able to say, wait a second, I don't think I like that kind of behavior in my life, and I think I'm going to remove myself from the situation, right? There's a healthy amount of judgment that you need for survival, okay? So something's keeping you from this judgment where there might just be backlash in general, and maybe you don't even know it, but what's blocking you from this judgment? Page of Swords and Page of Wands. Two people duking it out. That's bizarre. Two people absolutely just in a brawl about you. I don't know. Listen, again, this is romantic relationships, romantic connections, but it could also be any of your soulmates. And sometimes our soulmates are just the people who are in our lives the most consistently for long periods of time. Cousins, best friends, schoolmates, people that you keep in touch with, rarely fight with. The only reason they come up in a reading if it was a very dramatic, this has never happened before type shit. That's a soulmate. Or just in general, your relationships, right? So what you don't see is someone either battling themselves, these pages going at it, or two people fighting over you, oddly enough. Okay. So Page of Wands, there's like the emotion to it, and Page of Swords, the tacticality. There's thank you for the like, by the way. There is something, right? So the Page of Wands wants to come and offer you this emotional bond or this connection, or maybe just some dick, quite honestly. Sorry to get vulgar. But the Page of Swords wants to come in and stop them, cut them off, not let them do this anymore, right? So they're like fighting over you. It could be a fire sign and an air sign. You don't even know about it, right? So it, whatever it is, it could be one person saying, Page of Wands, I want to tell them how I feel, but Page of Swords, I have to do the right thing. I have to do what I'm meant to do, blah, blah, blah. But Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. So this war in your head, this lover's fool decision that needs to be made. I'm getting deja vu right now. But I think it's very similar to on this timer. 2 viewers on that one. So very similar reading, I think a year ago or 2 years ago. I think it was the last time I streamed on YouTube, or one of the last times I streamed on YouTube was with this deck. So I feel like I was just getting deja vu to that moment. But the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, you being unable to decide head over heart and emotions over actions, fire sign or air sign, or whichever one it is. It's like two masculine energies, probably two egos. Once again, either outside of you fighting over you or within you fighting for you, okay? Which is of the self, by the self, and to the self. But either way, that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, whatever the situation is kind of holding up your money. It's kind of keeping you tied up in things you don't want or don't need or whatever it is, right? There is something about it that you simply just, I don't know, you simply never secure the bag. Thank you for tuning in. If you can't kind of end the conflict, whether it's between these two people or within you, ending that conflict will get your money back again, or get you back up again, get you back on your pentacles and shit, okay? 2 of Swords, peace. Necessary to make peace with it. You've got to figure something out. You've got to make peace. No more indecision, no more fighting, no more infighting, no more stopping people from living their lives. None of that, right? Page of Swords, time to take action, but for justice, right? For the sake of fulfillment, for whatever it is that you got to be doing, okay? Yeah, four of Wands, union. Do you want it or not? 2 of Cups. You want it or not? You better say so. Do you want it or not? Because you better say so. Contemplating on proposing to someone, you should probably do it. Contemplating on asking them out, go for it. You want the union, you want the love, well, you got to say, first step, hi, I kind of like you, huh? Okay, let's go from there. Let's just start there. Hey, I was thinking about you. Why? Well, something little. But if you want it, you gotta get it. That's what this deck is saying, really. With that internal conflict or external conflict, making a decision. Maybe you gotta pick between two people, but you gotta pick. Yeah, 2 of Wands. No more looking back and wondering. Go for it. Do it. Okay? If you can't stop thinking about something, say that. Just say that. Ace of Swords and the Hermit. Virgo energy. Getting this knowledge and not liking it, withdrawing. You find something out, like maybe they're not available. Oh, well, you got to at least find out for yourself. Goddamn, you know, you can't just be fixated on the past and shit, waiting for the wheel to turn, acting like being emotionally guarded is the only way to do things. The Devil, Capricorn coming back up. I don't even know what this little deck is. I'm putting it back. No more sneaky shit. Just be very, very obvious and very blunt with it, you know? No more possessiveness. No more stalker shit. Come on now. Get it together. You gotta just, send it off. Can't be tied down by this. Look, you're like 8 of Swords and 9 of Cups. On one hand, I'm absolutely torturing myself over this. On the other hand, I'm very happy with what I have. Yeah, we all been there, buddy. We get it. Look at this. The Hierophant. Taurus season is coming up. But the Hierophant is also to say, perhaps, spiritual leader, and also a reminder not just to stick to tradition, but to walk in your own truth and be guided by what's right by you, right? It's not necessarily about sticking to what you're told to do, but to tell yourself what it is that you're doing, okay? Yeah, no more victim mentality. You're happy or you're not, you know? Wheel of Fortune. It'll keep turning. Don't you worry, darling. Don't you worry. That message is coming in hot. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. The Fool. About to embark on a journey, but we can get to that in a minute. Got these that I flung earlier. Something is keeping you from heartbreak. And it's this 3 of Cups in reverse and Knight of Swords. Someone might be stopping you from celebrating in some sense, celebrating the little victories or getting away from something or whatever it is. Something might be stopping you from celebrating at all. And when you realize what it is or who it is, could be an air sign, Knight of Swords coming in and interfering with this 3 of Cups, maybe cutting off a third party. But it leaves you heartbroken that you have to find out, through somebody. Okay. That sucks, but yeah. It happens, I guess. Ace of Cups. 8 of Discs working on themselves. 3 of Discs. Everybody's talking. Everybody's talking. Oh, what? I don't know. Four of Discs is usually power in my decks, but in this one it seems more possessive. It seems more like it's mine. Gimme. I'm not sharing. Page of Cups. Meek offer. Meek offering. Knight of Cups with the strength on its side on top. The Knight of Cups may not have a way to apologize or come towards you because they simply may not possess that type of strength. It takes a lot to be able to admit one is wrong. It takes a lot to be able to confess an emotion. It takes a lot to change a perspective. It takes a lot to step up and serve a purpose or play a role, yes? So someone in your life maybe missing a Leo or missing something that allows them to come in softly or, with great compassion. They simply do not have the strength to be vulnerable. This Knight of Cups. Could be a father figure. Face down on its side, the Ace of Wands. Not sure if you are emotionally fulfilled. Not sure you got a handle on your emotions. Looking, waiting, hoping, seeing. A couple more face down with the Hanged Man underneath. And the Hanged Man can be very dedicated and loyal. But just be careful that it doesn't drain you of who you are or become something that it is martyrism, you know, where it only destroys yourself to be too dedicated to someone else's cause at the end of the day. You know? So, what are these blocking you from being in a hanged man position? The Tower and the Ten of Discs. The only reason this is not a hang, like not, oh my God, I don't even know. There's the Ten of Discs as well, and the Tower is everything falling apart. It's good. You're gonna find out that it's there for you. You know, um, it's keeping you from the self-sacrifice, I guess, because you will be rewarded for your sacrifice. Whether you see it or not now, the High Priestess, you may know it in your heart of hearts, but the Fool, you're on a journey, so you're not allowed to know exactly how it goes. But the Emperor, how's Aries season been treating you? Feels good, feels confident, but everyone feels a bit chaotic. You know, yeah, that's been the feedback lately. So, face down card, Temperance in reverse. Time to party. Okay, I'm kind of joking. Could be dissociating from a Sagittarius, disassociating, I guess, because you like no longer associate, right? Not dissociate like this. But yeah, temperance in reverse. Temperance in the upright is sobriety and taking breaks, and again, Sagittarius energy. So in the reverse, without that, you're not taking breaks. It's party season. Just have some fun. Don't be too caught up. Don't be too serious. Allow yourself to enjoy things. Um, you know, no need to be prudent about it, but definitely just try to have fun during these changes, during this Aries season. Okay. Yeah, no more sneaky shit. King of Cups. You've been watching, you've been creeping. Could be a water sign, right? With the Seven of Swords, you sneaky, sneaky bastard. You stealing? You cheating? What's going on, King of Cups? What you been doing? Taking information, writing it down, sharing it. What's going on, water signs? Judgment. Yeah. Judgment day will come. Don't be afraid of being judged. Be afraid of what you've done, not how people feel about it. You know? What else is blocked? Okay, so there's one face down card, and underneath it is the Three of Wands, which we saw a whole bunch of the last time I used this deck. Looking back at what exactly are you so pensively staring about, fonding over your past? Then we've got the Seven of Wands, moving towards something, really working through stuff to get towards something with the Queen of Swords underneath it. Could be an air sign, especially a female air sign. Okay. Could just be needing to make some changes, rising to the occasion. But really, probably moving towards something, working through some emotions, dealing with that air sign. And the Queen of Pentacles being right there, watching the whole thing, right? Okay, so what's blocking this from happening, this sort of progressing? Eight of Cups, not knowing when the fuck to walk away from something. Not knowing when it's draining you more than it is fulfilling you. That's what. Two more face down. You know, I say when something is face down, it needs to come to surface. And it's what you don't know, when you're not addressing what you're not expecting, right? We got the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. You got stabbed in the back. They got bossed up and bloomed. Yeah? Something like that. The feminines looking good as fuck, sitting in their garden, luscious as hell. The masculines looking like, oh no, how did I get all these swords in my back? Could it have been all that sneaky behavior, lying, cheating, and stealing from everybody that ever loved me? Oh my God. How? How? Well, I think we just answered your question, right? So, like, what? While the masculines suffer, swords in the back, air. The feminines, earth. It's like a little Shrek joke, you know. Living life, blooming. Gotta love it. Not a hard feminine mask, by the way, just air and earth energies representing justice, Libra. And star, Aquarius, heavy on the air energy, yeah. Be the star of your own movie. But yeah, maybe it's a bit of a drama, so to speak. We've got more face down cards. What else are you not paying attention to? Besides Seven of Cups having a lot of options that you don't even realize you have. And the Sun knowing that they work out to some extent. Death, Scorpio, and the Moon, Pisces. So once again with the water energy, what's going on there, buddy? Who's that? Morning. It's very late for me, even though it's like technically early morning. I've been up all night. But good morning. I love that, right? Yeah, Death and the Moon. That's water energy times 2. Pisces and Scorpio. Pisces is the moon and Scorpio is death. It's also like when something ends, what do you want to get out of it? What do you want to come next? Definitely walking into something new, walking into, yep, that's what this is. Yeah. Walking into something new, realigning, reviving. Okay. And then what's this? 8 of Wands, being unsure if they should say something. I assure you, if you want to say something, you usually should. Yeah. Like that might be bad advice. And of course, I'm a writer. So I'm like, yo, why would you ever, and a beatnik, ever pass up the need to express poetry, emotions, or anything, right? Oh, cool. I'm in the Midwest. That's awesome. Um, don't ever hesitate or hold back on expressing your feelings. Yeah. That just seems like a no-brainer, no matter what the feelings are, even if it's anger, even if it's detesting something. It's like you got to get it off your chest just so it leaves you. Yeah. Emphasis for Pisces, because I picked the moon back up again. And what's at the bottom? Choices. It's all about choices. This 7 of Cups is usually about having options, but right now I feel like it's more about choices. You know, Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely a water sign. I don't want to call you a culprit, but like, yeah, you make choices. I can't. Nobody cares in a sense. I don't know how to say that. I don't know what that means. But 3 of Cups, there's lots of celebrating, lots of happiness to be had. And yet 4 of Swords, you're the one up all night wondering about this when you're the one who did it. So all about choices. Definitely general readings, but it's a vibe, right? 5 of Cups. You're like, damn, yeah, kind of wish I still had that option. 8 of Swords. Well, can't play victim. Also, number 13 coming out. Just started moving out of nowhere. So yeah. My head is itchy back here for the first time all night. I don't know. Somebody scratching their head wondering, oh man, what do I do? What do I got to do? Scratching their head wondering. I don't know, man. Stop playing the victim and stop acting like this is happening to you. That's what I'll tell you. 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Look at that. Playing the victim, acting like it's happening to you. Don't think so. Don't think so. Rapid fire. The Fool on the journey. The Emperor, Aries. It's Aries season for another couple days. The Chariot, Cancer. Back to that water energy. All the water cards showed up. Death, the Moon, and now the Chariot too. It's all 3 of them. Oops, almost skipped one. Queen of Cups, holy fuck. Water. If this is a water on the water connection, then you're could be parents, or if you are a parent with someone, that kind of relationship with the water sign. Page of Pentacles, somebody coming in with a little bit, just a tiny offer, wanting to plant a seed, wanting to get something in motion. And Knight of Wands, somebody being met with passion, saying, yes, actually, I feel the same way. I'm ready to add fuel to that fire. Okay. And 2 of Discs, you see this change come. Something changes, and all of a sudden, 5 of Swords, you kind of give up on what is not yours. Yeah. And the High Priestess, you already know. 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 Okay? The world. It all works out. Yep. That's great. That's great. One fell on the ground, so what I do lately is I collect those for the end of the week, and I do a reading with all the miscellaneous cards that I get from the various decks that I use on the streams. So I'll put that with the others over here, and we'll do that later, as in whenever I get back on Twitch. So typically I stream on Twitch. If you're like just tuning in, don't know who I am, whatever. Typically I stream on Twitch. Shut the fuck down on me. I can't even open the browser, the website, let alone the beta studio. My internet connection is fine. Everything else is working. I'm able to stream. Like, I don't know what happened, but Twitch decided that I am not doing it. Okay, cool. That's great. I love it. No problem. We're on other platforms now. Cool, cool, cool. It was going well, too. It just got rated. It was fun. There was a crowd. There was the 10 of Wands. Something is weighing on you heavily. I want to put this deck away and move on to the next one, actually. But something's like, wait, what was that about? What about me? What about my situation? What if it's not a water sign? What if it's not parenting? What if it's not any of that? What if it's something you missed? The world. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. Can't miss it. 6 of Cups will be given to you. Can't miss it. Ooh, somebody is in indecision. All these face down cards on the side. It'll go up or it'll go in reverse, right? 4 of Swords. Up all night, thinking about it. The Devil, Capricorn. Again. Knight of Cups. 6 of Swords. Going towards sleepless nights. Drinking, maybe, right? You maybe need to give up the solace. The Sun in reverse. Yeah. You maybe need to quit drinking. Okay? Things will work out once you can maybe do that. Because look, Temperance was on its side with everything else. You may need to give up the attitude. Yeah, okay. You probably need to lay off the sauce. 4224. There goes another. Yeah, it's all about choices. All about choices. We got mouths to feed. Yeah, so do we. So does everybody, right? Come on now. All about choices. So while they figure out their shit, just know where you're at, and that'll be enough, yeah? 5 of Wands and the High Priestess. Let them figure out their shit. Well, you know yours, okay? Stand tall in yourself. Stay in your garden. Be proud of your pentacles. Let your flowers bloom. Don't worry about what other misery is upon who. It's not for you to know. But you'll find out if you need to. Okay? Queen of Wands. Just follow your passion. Follow your dreams. Work on yourself. You know what I mean? Keep that head down. Keep chucking away at the bit. And that pentacle will come. Okay? Shit. Choices. Now it feels done. Very good. Protective of your happiness, but something will change. Not that you won't be happy anymore, but yeah, the Sun, you'll be even happy. You think you're happy now, holy shit. You won't have to wonder anymore, and it's not going to be as bad a judgment as you think it is. Whatever it is you need to say, confess, admit to, whatever they come in for you. 2 of Wands in reverse. You'll stop thinking about it so much. It'll be great relief. No more wondering. And judgment on its side. It goes over a lot better than you think. They're not going to be like, oh, I would never even consider that a problem at all. But they're not going to be like, oh my God, how could you? It's going to be, oh, okay, I'm going to take that in. You know, so it's like the judgment and the backlash isn't even as bad as you might think it is. So that's a good sign. Go for it. It's about to be shoot your shot season, you know. Aries energy fills you. Taurus energy moves you. Yeah, no more sneakiness. The Hierophant is coming in to say, yeah, I'm not cool with it, okay? Eight of Pentacles. Work on yourself. Focus on you. Who are you trying to fix, boo? Not me. Not you. It should be you, right? That's what you gotta tell them. Work on yourself. Look, Nine of Swords, up all night. What I did to you, blah, blah, blah. Have you changed? No. Okay. So you're going to do it again? Maybe. It's just choices. Lay off the fucking sauce then. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. Maybe you're in love with someone. That's great for them, right? But are you in love? If you're sneaking off, that's questionable. Gotta ask yourself. Maybe, Ace of Swords, let the knowledge come in that there's been a heartbreak. Okay? You may love someone and still have to leave them. You may leave someone and still love them. Someone may leave you and you don't want them to. Yeah, there's so many scenarios that these things could be happening. But still honoring, being honest with your feelings. Recognizing everybody has a purpose in this earth, and not just for you, but for themselves, Interesting. Putting this deck away, going to the karmics. If you're just tuning in, hello. Moving on to this deck's probably obvious by now. I do tarot decks. I think I dropped a card and never picked it up, but it's for later anyway. So that was Soulmate deck, the pink deck, romantic relationships and otherwise positive connections. Now moving on to the Demon Oracle, which is, of course, karmic. Yes, karmic. Karmic relationships could be your abusive ex, could be a toxic relationship you're in now, could be a coworker you hate, or a child that you just cannot seem to get along with. Whatever it is, karmic relationships are meant to challenge us. They're meant to change us. They're meant to even maybe change our whole course. Make us think twice about the things that we are, what we know. Make us wonder about things like reincarnation and cosmic ties and all of this stuff, right? Karmic relationships may not go well and may be very negative, bring you down. And yet, hi. Thank you. I don't know. I just am reading. Just stay tuned for messages. It's not like a personal thing. So karmic relationships can be any of those things, right? But they will always serve a purpose, even if you cannot see. You can ask yourself, but don't ask me. I'll still answer though. Okay. I don't work for free, but I will do general readings. Yeah, people don't really like my honesty, and I don't really give a fuck. So Abigor at the bottom of the deck, Michael at the top. We're gonna stop there. Don't need too many. Hey. All right. So this is a karmic advice portion of the night. Starting with Michael. How to deal with karmics. No. Focus on opening yourself to greater power and reputation. Does that answer your question? Now we've got Abigor. Abigor. Focus on fostering loyalty and building teamwork skills. So, Being worth the esteem and having people around you who see it, that's going to be very crucial for you right now. If there's someone who makes you question your worth, then you know what? Stop relying on them to tell you what your worth is, because it's just giving you an excuse to be insecure, giving you a reason to feel like you're not enough, giving you the out of ever even trying if somebody just casts that shadow of doubt over you. And then you can always blame them, demonize them, and say it's their fault for not loving you in the right way or being wrong about something instead of just making the situation right for yourself. Like, whoa. Yeah, it seems like we're all in a very similar boat here. Just keep on listening. Romanov coming up at the bottom of the deck. It was facing so many different directions. I don't try to pull too many of these because I do just read the mantras and discuss it a bit. Again, karmic relationships. These are going to be the most challenging relationships you have. We're looking for lessons, and it might help you let go of some things if they're not meant for you. Somebody's got a little tickle. Focus on persuasive arguments and intelligent debate. So learn to be a little more eloquent and informed if you're going to go into something. Make sure you got your facts straight. Make sure you got your source cited. Make sure you recall things and practice saying things in a calm fashion. Okay. We have Fur. Focus on enduring love and passion. Beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. So that's what we were just saying. You know, if you are feeling this way about somebody, you can't get them off your mind, and you do want to just think blah 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 about them all the time. Yes, act in love, lead with love, go towards what you love, express that love, but don't let it overtake you and become everything that you are. Because then you will just destroy what you actually have over something you're not even sure you can get, right? We got Flavros. Focus on unlikely allies. People that we may distrust can be honest in certain situations. So if you have a question, ask it. If you need to ask a third party instead of asking that person directly, then do that. Say you have a crush at work, so you ask a coworker that you don't really like, but you know talks to them. Ask them, are they single? Yeah. No. Okay then. Alistair? Focus on liberal sciences, including observation and charting. Okay, maybe you've hated on astrology in the past. Maybe you did not heed the advice of the stars. Maybe you disregarded birth charts and accuracy points of what might be compatible for us. And this is suggesting that for your next one, you should maybe look at the birth chart, see how it's going to go before you get into it, and just know that the stars have been here much longer than any of our very short human lifespans, let alone most of the stuff that we currently have on this planet. So just let that sink in before you throw it out. Came, which I think is just about listening to ambient and relaxing nature sounds. Came, saw, conquer. Focus on listening to ambient sounds for calm, relaxation, inspiration. So just get your mind right. I love a good lo-fi hip-hop channel on YouTube. Come on, this stuff is great. Just get lost in it, get loose with it, right? So remember to put on sounds to calm the mind, relax, space out. It's the same thing as meditation, only for grown-ups. Got Amadeus. I believe he is the demon of music. So if you are feeling some type of way and you don't want to tell them, maybe express it in music, okay? Focus on musical endeavors, including composing and musical inspiration. Rather than have a crush, why don't you have a muse? Okay, why don't you just like channel all the way you feel into the art that you make? And if you can't seem to make art, then maybe you don't really feel that strongly about them, right? Like maybe that's the whole point. I don't know. Try to focus on something else, though. Focus on creative energy rather than crushing energy, because even the term crush doesn't sound good, does it? Excuse me. Thank you. Beelzebub in reverse. Okay, so Beelzebub is all about having eyes and ears everywhere. Beware of the line between curiosity and nosiness in the upright. In the reverse, it's time you start asking questions. It's time to get a little bit nosy. It's time to find out what's really going on. Period. It's just that time. Over here we have Belphegor and Demas on its side. Hi, welcome. So Belphegor. Beware of inspiration that seems too good to be true, and the idea that seems like easy money with little work required on its side would kind of indicate that, like, something may seem this way to you, but you will have to do some proper investigation to decide whether or not that is true of this thing that's come to you recently. Don't fall for an MLM or anything like that. But if somebody's like, "Oh, we could do this and that, get with me and I'll hire you, and the job's easy, high paying," and you're like, "Oh, that sounds too good to be true." It might not necessarily be, but it just might not be everything it's cracked up to be either. It is what they're selling it as, but it's not something that you'll automatically like just because it falls in that criteria. Doimus. Beware of misinformation through the telephone game. Gossip and rumors pass through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. Oddly enough, this is also on its side, so it's not necessarily the opposite of that, where it's not that everything that you're going to say that you'll hear is true, but just take these things as a warning or heed things with caution based on what you hear without actually believing it. Because the thing is, if you hear some shit that is true, all right, should have listened. That was my warning. Maybe I should be aware of this. If you hear some shit that's not true, what's that saying about the person who told you? So either way, pay attention to that shit. Don't just disregard it just because you don't know where it came from. Check your sources. Once again, there's a heavy emphasis on check your sources. Okay. My calendar up at the bottom of the deck again. We got Baal here. The head is just itching. Somebody is so puzzled. Somebody is just so goddamn puzzled. They are scratching their head, not sure what the fuck to do, man. Or like what the fuck anything is anymore. They're like, man, I'm confused. I don't kind of know anything anyway. Beware of status symbols, names, ranks, or possessions. Be sure that the person behind the title is worth the esteem. Don't kiss ass if you don't know what it means. Where the ass been? Does it even shake? Okay. Like, don't kiss an ass that you don't know is clean. Right? Yes, King. Okay. So we had this random discussion, kind of deep discussion on Twitch before the stream got disconnected and Twitch stopped working entirely for me, about celebrityism and how kind of toxic the whole culture is and why. But, story for another time. You can go watch the replay on Twitch. It's at Illy if you're interested. That's where I usually stream. This is very rare occasion, and it's simply because Twitch is not working. Big L reminding us to beware of status symbols is definitely a reminder that you can go watch that, because we did talk about that. We've got Gamori, and then we have 2 cards face down behind it. So first step is Gamori. Focus on finding and gaining new love or inspiration. Time to move on. Time to find a new crush, new muse, new whatever it is that you got to do to keep it going, keep it moving. Okay. Or maybe it's not about a person necessarily, but finding love in the things you do, finding passion for life outside of the typical things that we think of as passionate. Okay. 2 face down cards. So what you are not seeing or has yet to be revealed, or what will come when you do find that love, when you do have that inspiration again. What do you get? Brief and Belam. Brief and Belam. Brief and Belam. Brief and Belam. Focus on material gain, but beware of greed that can turn into dangerous motivations. So, once you master your inspiration is when you have to start checking your motivation. Okay. Very good. Very good. And Belan. Focus on listening instead of speaking, observing instead of being observed. So if you have been the presenter, if you've been the performer, it's time that you sit back and become the observer, the watcher, right? Very, very good. Very good. All right. That was quick because obviously I just read them out of the book. It's very hard. It's not real tarot. There's no like number system or suits or anything. It's just 69 individual demon cards. 3 of them I think are witches. But yeah. So quick readings. Just how to deal with cards this week, basically. So I got one more really special treat for you, since this was pretty quick. And I guess I could check the time. It's been a whole hour since I started streaming on here already, which is wild. So I might just take a quick chat break, get to know some of y'all. If you got any questions, ask them now. Thank you. I am streaming on Instagram over here. Obviously, it's a bit quieter on Instagram, and then I'm also streaming on YouTube because Twitch is down, unfortunately, right now. And it's not actually down; it's just down for me, and I can't figure it out. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Right? So hopefully, it's working again this week and whatnot. But yeah, Fur came up earlier. Can't remember what it is. Not about to look it up. Gotta put the demons away before I talk too much. We'll leave this out for the collective reading later this week. Okay. So, the last deck of the evening. Very specialty, very niche. A favorite of mine. Although I like them all so very much, I think I do have a top 3. Maybe a top 5. Well, there's only like 9 anyway, so it's okay. I don't judge my cards. I don't rank my babies like that. But they're cool. I mean, this is an intense deck, and I don't know. I've been streaming for a fucking hour on here already. Damn. I don't know if I really want to get into all this on here, but I might anyway. Yay, I have to. Union. Okay. Wow, alignment. Yeah, got your sights set on something. And the youth here. The sage as well. So the old and the young. Oh gosh, no, I'm too hungry for this. I'm just gonna do these 4 cards right here. I'm gonna explain what this deck is. I'm gonna do these 4 cards that are face up in front of me, and then I'm gonna call it for the evening. I do think. I am so upset about Twitch, honestly. It's 1, 2, 3. I don't know what happened. It's never happened like that before. But you know what? Maybe I needed to come on here and stream again, and we'll see how these do with numbers. Do like this video, like this replay, because it's not like there's really, let me know if you want me to come back on here at any point, because like I haven't been streaming on here in a long time. So thank you for the love tonight. Appreciate the tuning in. God damn it, Twitch. Very, very upsetting. I couldn't even tell them to come watch me over here anyway. So I'm going to do these 4 cards and I'm going to call it. So this deck is the mystery deck, and I did get it used, and I got it a couple of years ago. It's one of my newer decks, but I've gotten so many. I've acquired a lot lately, so it's not one of my newest. But I bought it used. I like it that way. So I'll call it the mystery deck because I had no idea what it was or how to use it or what it was for. But when I started using it, immediately I knew it was for channel messages from gods, goddesses, guides, and galactics, all-encompassing energies. But channel messages basically from people who are not dead necessarily, or not always can be human, right? So I was using this deck during a stream, and they said, yeah, these are twin flame readings. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, because it's intergalactic. I'm like, huh? Okay. Anyway, this is the twin flame draw, but twin flame connections are very far and few between, very rare, and not necessarily do I agree with the common description of the way that many other readers will describe twin flame relationships. And like, it's not necessarily how it's cracked up to be, but it is something that is holy or healed to a level or to some degree that makes for a very smooth sailing relationship, even if they often are short-lived because they come later in life or have some point of adversity that keeps you apart longer than necessary. Okay. union. Coming together, though. And fourth position, fire. Target sighted. 10th position, fire. Chakras aligned. 3rd position, air. Acquiring knowledge. Studying, learning, figuring out what they need to know. Probably before coming in. Very simple, very quick, but very much predictive of a union. Praying on my downfall. Whatever it is, if it's meant to be yours, it shall be, yes? And if it isn't, then it won't be. And it is sometimes just that simple. Cool. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate y'all so much. Can't believe this was already an hour. That was kind of nice. That wasn't so bad. People actually tuned in on here a little bit and on YouTube a little bit. So that was really nice. Surprise. 555. It was a nice surprise. And an hour went by so quickly. That was fun. That was good. I'm glad I got the reading stuff. Once again, if you want me to stream on these platforms anymore, let me know. This was an incident. Might be back on here if Twitch doesn't start working again. I've really got to figure out what was going on there. But, yeah, in the event that you actually prefer these platforms to Twitch, let me know. And I'll be sure to work streaming once in a while, okay? So I love you all so much. This was a pretty fun night, all things considered. And I'm glad that I got to test out these other platforms that I did once use. Didn't find even as successful as this one was. Had like 4 whole people and a whole new subscriber come on from one live stream on YouTube. That was better than all my fucking YouTube videos put together. So take that as a win. I love you all so much. Hopefully you'll tune in again. Once more, do let me know if you prefer these platforms. Otherwise, I will be back on Twitch as soon as I can be. All right. So thank you so much. Good night and good morning and good luck and good afternoon, good evening and good brunch. Okay.